welcome back to episode 2 of the Brisbane eSports podcast. Today we have our community managers Jovi and Nam from QUT Esports to talk about their experience as a community manager. So could you guys please just briefly introduce yourselves to our viewers?
Hi everyone, my name is Jovi. I'm from Hong Kong. I'm an international student at QUT. I'm currently studying computer science and I'm the community manager for Overwatch.
Awesome. Nam?
Hi, I'm Nam. I'm the manager for R6. I'm not an international student. I love QUT and I also do engineering. But
Awesome. How did you get involved in the community?
At first I didn't even know that QUT Esports exists until one of my friends who also play Counter-Strike, he told me that, we have this great esports program at QUT. So he brought me here and, that's basically how I started. And I'm really grateful that, I found about this program.
Yeah. What about you, Nam?
Well, a year and a half ago, when I just joined the uni, basically a friend of me told me, oh yeah, I'm going to go into the computer room. Like, what's that? We have a computer room? So, I followed him. Turns out it was QUT Esports, and you can play, almost any game that you want, but the computers were pretty bad, so it was mostly just CSGO and League of Legends, but basically from there I just kept coming into the room, kept talking to people, and yeah, that's how I joined the community.
Awesome. So I mentioned before that your roles were community managers. What exactly is part of that role?
Well, so basically, us as community managers, we try to engage with the community, people who play the game, and we try to connect them with the program. And how do we do that? So we're gonna host some events, we're gonna run trainings, and just basically by talking to the communities, players, they're the community. So I think engagement is really important for us as community managers.
Yeah.
We also act as a connection to the pro scene. If you wanted to start off professional play in whatever game you want to start off in, we can push you in the correct direction, there's this competition coming up next week, or you can sign up a team here and get your name out here this way. We basically act as a figure to talk to when anything
so
esports related.
Way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Esports.
Yeah. The esports slogan. So you mentioned events.
Mm-hmm.
How many events do you guys roughly put on per semester, per year? What type of events are they? Who's allowed to enter?
Right. So events. So we kind of have a regular training every week. So that's part of our events. And also I'll be hosting an open tournament this weekend actually. And we already have roughly 40 participants, and they'll all be playing the same game, which is Overwatch here. And we're also going to be having a show match between UQ and QUT, so look forward to that as well.
Awesome,
Yeah.
Getting a bit of the uni rivalry going.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully we smash them.
We better.
So what about you? I assume you also put on training nights and events?
Yeah, so we do training nights. I also help set up whenever there's a competition, AEL, which is a Australia-wide uni competition where different unis submit teams. Basically, I organize teams for that, try to get us into that. I also set up training, which involves 30 minutes of talking about the topic of that training, and then 1.5 hours of putting to practice what we talked about. Other than that, we basically just talk to people.
So what's involved in a training night? As Nem previously touched on it just now, very briefly, but can you go into a little more depth about that?
So I'm not really the coach for the trainings, but I've been there for every training session. And there's a variety of topics that we're going to be discussing in trainings. For example, the strategies, there's communication-wise kind of topic. There's just heaps of topics that we're going to be covering in the trainings.
Adding on to that, a lot of the training it carries over between games because a lot of games have similar aspects. So it really improves just your spatial awareness, your reaction time, and just the way you think about playing certain games.
Awesome. So, with the community, with the training nights, is it, for people at a certain rank, or do you have to be, like gold and above, or can anyone come in and have a go?
Definitely, everyone is welcome. We have like high school kids, we have like people studying right now, and we also have people who's working right now joining us in the training. So yeah, it's open for everyone, like anyone who wants to improve in the game.
Yeah. Awesome.
Adding on to that, I don't know about Overwatch, but R6 has a lot of professional players come in as well, so we have a wide variety of people, experience and all that sort of stuff. So there'd be people who are brand new to the game, probably don't even own the game, so I just let them use my account, but people who are brand spanking new to the game, and then people who are professional players that they get paid money and they go to competitions, such like big competitions like the Pro League and that sort of stuff. And they get to talk to each other, and the people who are really high ranked get to help the people who are really low ranked, which is just amazing.
So with the pros, do you think there's a kind of striking difference in how, they interact with you as opposed to the newcomers?
Well, you talking to the pros, you just find out that they're just regular people, so they're not really hard to talk to.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, because they're just down to earth and they're willing to help you with playing the game, because they love the game as well.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, a burning question we have is, obviously esports is becoming a global phenomenon, and a lot of people are recognizing it as a legit sport now. Do you have any, similarities or differences that you've found between, a traditional sport such as gymnastics or taekwondo or soccer or basketball and an esport such as Overwatch or Rainbow Six?
Well, yeah, definitely. I think esports, just like any other regular or traditional sports, like me and other players who come to the training, we usually hang out after training. We talk about, our daily struggles, talking about like politics and whatever. It's just like any other friends would talk about. So, it's about the bonding between like each player and each person, instead of like, we're just playing this game. Oh, this is how like we communicate,
Yeah. So you could go out for dinner and stuff.
Yeah,
after,
definitely.
Hang out on weekends.
Yeah, and we like talk a lot like on Discord, which is like a channel for gamers to communicate as well. And we add each other on social media. We're gonna, catch up and stuff. So, yeah.
Awesome. Anything else to add to that?
There's one big difference between esports communities and sports communities is that with esports, it's a lot easier to play the actual game that you're a fan of.
Yeah.
So like compared to like sports where like you're cheering for this team, like you see them play, you know all the intricacies of the sport, but you don't necessarily have to play the sport. Whereas in esports, you can play the game. You talk about the game, and you're like, this player is really good, but it's a lot easier to access.
Yeah.
I guess the game or the sport.
Yeah.
As compared to something like soccer, and also there's a lot more. How do I say it? A lot more connectivity between different games.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's video games, and so like say someone from Overwatch will chill with like someone from R6 a lot of the time, because they're both FPS games. So they have a lot of common ground to.
They have a lot of the same like mechanics and stuff and strategies behind it. So it's easier for people to transition, from Overwatch to R6.
Yeah, at a point. So like Nam said, games are like it's been played in like a virtual environment. So a lot of people think, you don't really get to like see each other. Like, how do you know like who's the person behind like playing this game?
Screen,
on the screen. Well, like the thing is about playing video games is all about the communication as well. So like we don't just play the game and then we're like, okay, see ya. So it's also about like the bonding.
Yeah.
Like we really want to like get to know each other besides playing the game.
Yeah. So you like come home every day after uni.
Yeah. And then
get on Discord and just talk about how boring your classes were or how expensive the lunches at Brisbane. Yeah. How'd you get the pro players to come on board during community training night? Because obviously they're pro players, they've got busy schedules.
We kind of just handed them a few just cash dollar bills.
No. Really?
No, because they've basically heard about the program from Mike and Dylan through Twitter, that we have a very big network through Twitter.
Yeah.
Basically, they heard about the program, they came along to see what it was like, and I recommend like talking to them, be like, hey, you should come to the training nights, and basically,
Just, like, help out.
Yeah,
Teach
like
people
talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they also use the esports room to train for the actual games?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I know for a fact that some of the R6 pros, they used to play for a team called DeadSec. They come in every Thursday night, and occasionally they'd use the screens because the screen is touchscreen to draw up their strategies, and it's really interesting to watch because you can just like sit in the front and just watch them while they're doing the strats and all that sort of stuff.
Obviously, seeing someone who has experience in such a high level of play is very interesting, and you can learn more and apply that to your gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just basically get to see how the team works and all that stuff. You get to listen to like comms and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Awesome.
So, stuff that you would otherwise not see.
Yeah.
At a professional game.
Awesome. So back to Jovi, you mentioned a UQ and QUT show match at the Overwatch tournament. I'm really interested in hearing more about that and how you set that up, because obviously there's a massive rivalry between our unis. Don't know if it's friendly or not, but that's still a massive rivalry. Personally, I want to crush them in every game, but some people just play for fun. So how did you set that up, and what is the atmosphere around it that you're aiming to achieve?
So at first I didn't even think about inviting UQ to our tournament, but then Mike told me that they might be interested in joining us in a tournament. So I thought, oh, maybe we could reserve a team slot for them to compete with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turns out it's better for us to do a show match instead of that having a team UQ and then facing just our regular players. Yeah. So we're gonna put up our QUT superstar team to go against UQ.
Yeah. So who's part of that QUT superstar team?
It will be one of our community players. So he's not really studying in QUT, but he's been involved in this community for a while now. So he said he's happy to bring all the boys here to help us.
Yeah. So are you aiming to crush UQ, or do you just want to make it an even friendly match, or who wants the trophy more?
Oh, well, there's not really a trophy, but obviously we want to we aim at the best. We want to beat every uni as possible.
Yeah. So with R6, there has been some posts floating around on the UQ and QUT Stalker space about how the UQ team beat us in Rainbow Six. Could you please elaborate? Yeah.
Alright, so basically that last match was it was near midnight. We were hungry. We just joked around pretty much the entire finals round. Granted, they do have a pretty good team. They do have
Pro player?
They have a pro player on their team.
It's kind of unfair.
Pretty daunting, but we're going to have 3 next semester, which is going to be great.
Yeah.
So 3 beats 1. If my math is correct. But yeah, hopefully we beat them. And just adding on to the rivalry, I think it's important to just have some sort of rivalry, but friendly rivalry.
It's healthy, yeah.
Because it helps expand the community and garner interest for lots of stuff.
Video games itself is competitive, so you can't just be oh, I just want to play this game, not have any goals. So it's important to have a goal oh, I want to be as good as this player,
Yeah. Or we want to beat UQ.
Yeah, that could be a goal as well.
So thank you guys for coming onto this podcast. Do you have any, advice for anyone who is aiming to get involved in the community, who might be a little intimidated by because they're a newcomer? Do you have any advice for them? How do you get in and make your mark?
Just do it. Just be engaged and talk to other people. We're all friendly. We're all willing to help newcomers and stuff.
Adding on to that, we all play games. We all play the same game. It's not like we're a different species of people. We're just people who play games, and we like this particular game. So you have a lot of common ground already. Yeah.
As well as going to the same uni as well.
Exactly.
You can grab Subway all together, get some healthy chips. Yeah. So thank you guys for coming on, and we really appreciate it. Thank you for talking about your experiences as a community manager, and we hope we see you on again next season.